Hello again! This is the last video focusing on services that support access to auditory information. In this video, I will talk about two services for access to auditory information that are produced not by humans but by machines or devices, so-called hearing loops or induction loops, which offer support to auditory information via the auditory channel, and vibrating chairs offering the same support but via the tactile channel. Let's start with the hearing loop. A hearing loop, which is sometimes called an audio induction loop, is a special type of sound system designed for people with hearing loss. Many people with hearing loss have a hearing aid or cochlear implant. Both devices work like an amplifier, which means that they increase the volume of all nearby sounds. In other words, in group settings like a conference or a live performance, people with hearing loss find it difficult to hear clearly because all sounds are amplified, the voice of the speaker, but also background noise. The great advantage of the hearing loop is that it improves the so-called signal-to-noise ratio. More signal, that is more of the speaker's voice, less noise, that is less background noise. How does it work? Well, as the name says, a hearing loop or induction loop consists of a wire, the loop. The loop is connected to an amplifier to create a magnetic field. This electromagnetic signal is then picked up by the hearing aid or cochlear implant and more particularly by the telecoil that is built into the hearing aid or cochlear implant. The telecoil or T-coil is actually the most important component of induction technology. It is a quite small metal rod, just a few millimeters long, encircled many times by thin copper wire. It is a receiver and behaves a little bit like a microphone. However, there is a main difference. Microphones detect sound in the form of air pressure changes, but a telecoil detects magnetic field changes. So when there is an induction loop installed, the telecoil picks up the magnetic signal, which is then amplified and converted to an acoustic signal directly to the hearer. To use a hearing loop, people have to flip on the T switch on the hearing aid or cochlear implant to activate the telecoil. Usually, no additional receiver or equipment is needed. If the hearing aid doesn't have telecoil, people with hearing loss will need a headset plugged into a loop receiver to achieve the same effect. Venues, conference rooms, counters equipped with a loop use the following logo or any variant, generally an ear and the letter T. There are different types of hearing loop systems according to the room or area where it has to be used. Personal or home loops or commercial loops to be used in theaters, conference rooms, etc. For venues hosting live performances, loops can be of different types, such as perimeter room loops, single array loops, which are arranged to form smaller looped areas, or overlapped system loops. However, there are also portable systems called chair loop pads in the form of a thin pad that can be placed on a chair or under a seat cushion. In the additional material, we have listed a few YouTube videos that you can watch to have more information about the different types of loops and their installation. Let's now turn to vibrating chairs. As said before, vibrating chairs offer support to auditory information via the tactile channel. The idea is thus simple: convert sound into vibrations that people can feel through their body and fingertips. An example of the technology is the Emoti chair. The Emoti chair allows people to feel the music through vibrations. It separates music into different frequency bands and then applies these frequencies on different areas of the human back. Just look for Emoti chair on YouTube and you will find a few videos on its development and use in venues. As you will see, this is not just a simple chair that you can find everywhere. However, there are simple portable devices that work in a similar way, that is, convert sound into vibrations. An example is the vibrating cushion of Pioneer that converts music into vibrations, allowing audience members to feel musical rhythms and vibrations. Well, that's all for me now. I hope you have enjoyed this part of the unit and in particular that you will remember the main points. Good luck!